Mr. Davis, how much longer until the business marriage and medical confidentiality agreement automatically expires?
In 30 days, both the confidentiality restrictions and the marriage contract will legally terminate.
My long self-sacrifice is finally coming to an end. Maya, I'm about to marry Julian Vance. Oh my God, you actually got Julian? Damn, girl! I thought marrying him was my way into his heart. But on our wedding night, I learned the truth. He never loved me. What is this place? On our wedding night, you brought me here to sign a business marriage and confidentiality agreement?
Drop the cheap fantasies. The family needs your neuroregeneration patent to stabilize our flagship clinical line. And I need 3 years to fully take control of the company before bringing Selena back. During those 3 years, your job is to play her replacement.
3 months into
Selena.
marriage,
Selena!
Selena disappeared after a fight with Julia. And one day, the stress of not finding her triggered a
Selena.
brutal migraine. Julian, let go of me first!
Selena, why are you hiding from me?
That moment of weakness made me foolishly believe that endless compromise and mipiaculdocation could fill the emptiness inside him. Until 3 months ago, when Selena came back pretending to be terminally ill.
Julian, the doctor said my nervous system is failing. Am I dying?
I need to see you. I'll be right there.
Julian, the formula data—
Selena needs me right now.
That's when I finally understood. I was nothing more than a disposable blood bank and a backup replacement. 30 days left. It's time for this pathetic farce to end.
Next month's charity auction, attend with your mentor's neuroregeneration patent. I'm using it to endorse Selena's brand.
I can't go.
Because I've been spending time with Selena lately and now you're jealous? I told you on day 1 of this marriage, know your place or I'll throw you out of the Vance family.
For 3 years, I suffered chemical burns while developing treatments for Vance. I'd counted down to the end of our deal, dreading being cast aside. Yet now he seemed to have forgotten the agreement's expiration, as if he meant to keep me forever.
Why aren't you saying anything?
Julian, there are only 30 days left on the agreement.
Julian, I'm in so much pain. It feels like my nerves are tearing apart. Please save me.
Don't be scared. I'm on my way.
Julian, the purification experiment is at a critical stage. 3 years of marriage, and none of it mattered against one phone call from Selena.
Bring the highest grade spinal punction kit to the VIP floor at Central Hospital. Now.
My hand is injured.
Then just bring the kit.
Julian,
How did your hand get hurt?
just an accident. Why did you ask me to bring the puncture kit?
Selena suddenly developed a rare neuroimmune degeneration disorder. She urgently needs a targeted matching treatment.
Then you should be finding her a doctor. Why did you call me here?
There's no compatible match in the entire city. You've been exposed to experimental compounds for years. Your physiology is uniquely compatible. I need your spinal fluid to formulate the treatment.
What? You want my spinal fluid? Julian, if you extract spinal fluid from me without anesthesia, it could kill me.
You know the procedure requires the donor's signature.
Donor? Right. Legally, I'm your wife. But to you, I'm nothing more than a living medical supply for Selena.
Sign it!
Fine. Mrs. Thorne, Please sign at the bottom of the consent form.
Don't worry. You're gonna be okay.
Julian, watch out! So this is how deeply you love Selena. Deeply enough to sacrifice my life without hesitation.
Mr. Vance, the final authorization for the targeted treatment requires your retinal verification in the director's office.
Wait here. I'll be back as soon as I sign it.
Mrs. Thorne, I'm sorry to trouble you again. I never expected Julian to still be so fond of me after all these years. Did the cart hurt you? You know, last birthday, he flew to Zurich just to get me a lovely brooch I liked. I was upset back then, so I threw it away and pushed him away. Come to think of it, the brooch I threw away looks pretty similar to the one pinned to your collar. Julian, you disappeared for days. I was really worried about you.
I was handling business at a branch office. I was busy.
Put it on for me. So that's the truth. Selena threw this brooch away, yet I cherished it dearly. Even when chemicals burned my skin in the underground lab, I never took it off.
A discarded brooch is nothing. 2 years ago, on your anniversary, I told Julian I was bored, and he immediately flew out to see me. He waited downstairs all night, too afraid to disturb me.
Julian, today is our anniversary.
There's an urgent acquisition on the west. I don't have time to stay with you.
I thought he was out building his empire. Turns out, he was just rushing to see you.
For the past 3 years, I often deliberately ignored him, but he never stopped chasing me. He texted me every day, updated me on everything he did, even though I never replied. The experiment data is ready.
Leave it on the desk.
He transferred all the flagship division profits into my wellness project. The patent you nearly killed yourself developing, it was just another tool to make me happy.
I understand now. I have something to take care of.
Come on.
Clara, this is bad. Julian not only forced you into surgery for spinal fluid extraction, and now he's using your mentor's patent to publicly promote Selena's brand. You have to do something. You're really gonna let him destroy your life's work and ruin your body like this?
Julian Vance, this lie ends now. I won't love you anymore, and I refuse to be anyone's replacement ever again. Okay.
What are you doing back here?
I'm not banned from my own home.
You drained that much high-activity fluid from me, and instead of staying with Selena while she recovers, you came back here?
Stop making assumptions. Tonight's the family earnings banquet. Change your clothes.
First quarter earnings are in. Global revenue from the targeted treatment has surpassed 200 million. A toast.
Tomorrow's the big event, Selena's brand launch. Claire, I'm surprised you recovered so quickly after a spinal extraction without anesthesia.
You're part of the Vance family now. Continuing as a donor to support's treatment is your responsibility.
And your mentor's neuroregeneration patent will officially be transferred to Selena tomorrow, free of charge. My body is not a blood bank, and my mentor's patent is not your stepping stone.
Clara, come with me to the collection room.
Grandfather, let me talk to her first. Selena, hang in there. I'm coming right now.
Sign it. Tomorrow at the auction, the patent will belong to Selena.
It was my mentor's final work. I will never let it endorse some cheap knockoff brand.
The moment you married into the Vance family, your body, your research, everything you own became property of this family. You don't get to refuse. Get down there! Pick them up! Then sign! If you refuse to hand over the neuroregeneration patent, then fulfill your duty as a Vance daughter-in-law. Continue Selena's live subject trials for her.
That's RX3 neural suppressor. Long-term injections will permanently destroy fine motor control. My hands will never be able to perform experiments again. And this drug never passed clinical trials. It causes severe neurological damage.
Save the lecture. Selena's treatment requires your live subject data. You are the Vance family's experimental carrier. You don't get to refuse. Starting today, 1 injection every day until the patent is transferred.
I'm not taking it. Julian never intended to let me keep my research career, and I refuse to become your lab rat.
Your pain means nothing. The only reason you're standing here is because the Vance family allowed it. Sign it, and I'll give you 3 million.
Julian. Of course, he never cared whether I was treated like an experiment.
You've got some nerve!
I will never inject that drug.
When Julian needed to save Selena, he pinned you to an operating table for spinal extraction and stem cell harvesting. You didn't resist then, but now you dare refuse to become Selena's test subject? Bring the family whip. Last chance. Are you taking the injection or not?
My body, my patent, and my research do not belong to the Vance family. I refuse.
If you've forgotten your place, then I'll beat it back into you. Everything you have was given to you by the Vance family. Without us, you are nothing!
Julian, after this pain, I'll never hurt for you again, and I'll never let any of you control me again.
Selena, don't be scared. I'm almost there. I already had the experimental medication delivered to you.
Mr. Vance, Mrs. Thorne's whip wounds are severe. She already has a weak constitution and low immunity, making infection highly pliable. She's also running a fever and needs complete bed rest.
Use the company's latest cellular repair gel. I don't want a single scar left behind. Keep constant watch over her care, no mistakes.
Your grandfather tried to force me to sign the patent transfer agreement. He also wanted me injected with a drug that would destroy my hands.
I handled it. The drugs are gone, and no one will force you again.
When I was seriously injured, you were on your way to Selena. If I had been dying back then, would you have come back for me?
I would have. I'm staying here with you for the next few days. I'm not leaving.
I'm just tired. I want to rest.
Don't move. I'm almost done.
Julian, what the hell is this?
It's not what you think.
I don't want to hear your excuses.
Selena!
Your immune system is weak, and your whip wounds still haven't healed. Another injury could trigger a severe infection.
I know.
Tomorrow night is your wedding anniversary banquet. You've handled it every year. Would you like arranged this is?
Julian, you're drunk. Let me help you back to your room.
I'm not drunk. Stay away from me.
But you don't look well. If you don't rest now, something could happen to you.
Compared to me collapsing, the stability of my marriage and my public image matter more to the company's stock price.
Mrs. Vance, if it's too much for you, I can handle the arrangements.
No, I'll do it myself.
Use the limited edition champagne. Replace all the decorations with white roses and no truffles in the main course. Make sure that's clear.
Mrs. Valling, Should future banquets still be personally handled by you?
After tomorrow night, I won't be Mrs. Vance anymore.
They look so happy together.
Julian, it's your third wedding anniversary. Let's see what your wife got you. Open it already. Open it, open it!
All right.
Oh my god, is that the miracle regeneration serum? Theoretical grade neuron repair serum.
1 milliliter can repair severe nerve damage. That stuff is priceless. Mrs. Thorne must have spent countless nights in the lab to make it.
Thanks.
Julian, I just got out of surgery. I couldn't afford anything expensive, so I stayed up all night making this calming incense for you.
What the hell is that smell? Cheap perfume smells better than this.
She seriously brought that to a formal dinner party? Who even is she, and she came dressed like that?
Shut up! She just went through a bone marrow extraction and still endured the pain to make this for me. That means more than anything else. As for this, cold, mechanical, nothing but chemicals and solvents, no warmth at all. Just like these past 3 years with you. Disgusting. What's inside this crude little jar is priceless sincerity. Selena dragged her sick body out into the wild to gather calming herbs herself. That means a hell of a lot more than some cold chemical garbage. Mr. Vance! Mrs. Vance locked her side a high-toxicity lab for 100 days straight just to refine that serum. The nerves in her hands are already shrinking and spasming. Shut up, Alfred! Who said you could yell in here? Get that disgusting industrial waste out of my sight!
Julian, don't be so cruel to Clara. If my present makes her uncomfortable, I'll smash the jar right now.
The agony of having my spinal marrow drained, my flesh rotting apart. I thought destroying myself for him might earn me one glance. Turns out my life means less than a jar of rotten weeds.
I'm sorry my gift upset you.
Miss Selena, you're so kind and talented. Can I get your contact infos? You and Mr. Valor are seriously perfect together.
Yeah, seriously. I'd love to add you too. Maybe you can teach me how to make those calming herbs someday.
Of course. It's so nice to meet everyone.
Julian, the wind's too strong. My nerve pain is acting up again. It feels like a million needles stabbing into me. Please save me.
Clara, stop! Give me the ampule. Selena needs the neural stabilizer inside it to stay alive.
Absolutely not. It's the last thing my mentor left behind.
Cut the act. Everything you own came from the Vance family anyway. She's in unbearable pain right now and you're seriously heartless enough to refuse a few drops?
Julian, I'm so cold, and it hurts so bad. I want to go home right now.
I'm taking you home right now. Leave on your own. I'll settle tonight's mess with you tomorrow.
Sir.
My hand slipped and it fell into the lab waste.
I'll pay you $3 for it. It's not like it was priceless or anything. Looks like it's completely ruined now.
Clara, what are you doing here this late? Give me back my mentor's ampalule.
You mean this? I already sent you $3. Not enough? Fine, I'll add 2 more. It's just some trash your dead mentor left behind. Why are you so obsessed with it?
You did all of this on purpose from the very beginning.
I didn't. It was just an accident.
You pretended to be critically ill with nerve degeneration just to force me to donate my bone marrow. You threatened me into human experimentation if I refused to hand over my neural repair patent. You deliberately showed up to drive us apart while I got anesthetized spinal fluid draws covered in wounds, and now you accidentally destroyed my mentor's life's work by dumping it in acidic waste? Selena, I've put up with you for 3 years. That doesn't mean I'll let you walk all over me forever.
I seriously don't know what you're talking about. What gives you the right to hit me?
Selena, who did this to you?
I accidentally broke that bottle Kara treasured so much. I didn't mean to. I already said I'd compensate her, but the second she walked in, she slapped me across the face.
Clara, have you lost your mind? It was just some dead person's worthless junk and you actually hit her over it?
Worthless? That was a precious cell specimen my mentor spent his entire life researching. It's the only thing I had left of him in this world.
Selena didn't destroy it on purpose, and she already apologized. If you want compensation, I'll give it to you. Is this enough? That should be enough to satisfy your greed now.
It's enough, Julian. This money is enough to buy out our 3-year marriage.
Clara, stop right there!
Clara, stop. Just because you accepted the compensation didn't mean this is over. You still need to take responsibility for assaulting someone. Apologize to Selena right now.
So you're really forcing me to apologize to someone who deliberately destroyed my research specimen? I never meant to make things difficult for anyone. I accidentally damaged an item. I didn't deserve to be treated like this.
I'm not indulging your behavior anymore. If you refuse to apologize, I'll freeze every medical trust fund under your mentor's name and bury his life's work for good.
So in this twisted marriage, every weakness I had became a weapon for him to control me.
I apologize. An apology without sincerity just makes you look even more unwilling. Is that really your attitude? I apologize for losing control and resorting to violence. I shouldn't have handled things that way. Satisfied now?
That's enough. Does it still hurt?
It does. Be gentle.
Clara, the confidential agreement tied to your business marriage with Julian officially expires tomorrow.
I understand. Three years of compromise, humiliation, and chains wrapped around me, and all I'm left with are scars. Julian, we're finally over.
Are you confirming that you alone will sign and formally terminate this marriage contract?
I am.
The documents have been approved. The court order takes effect immediately. All marital obligations between both parties are now legally dissolved.
You seem off today. Didn't expect me to come back early?
You've never needed to report your schedule to me.
You've barely been at the manor lately. What have you been busy with?
For 3 years, I swallowed every humiliation and became nothing more than a pawn for him to control and exploit. But now the contract is over, and the law is finally on my side. I can finally tear this unequal marriage apart with my own hands.
Tying up a long overdue ending. Cutting off everything that should have ended a long time ago.
That final court order is the strongest answer I could give to every moment of neglect and exploitation.
I promised Selena I'd spend the whole day shopping with her in the city. I even canceled my schedule and came back early because I thought I'd take you out for a change. If you insist on pushing people away, I won't force you.
We're even now. The contract is void. From this moment on, we mean nothing to each other.
Weren't you supposed to stay at the manor to deal with personal matters?
It's all taken care of.
This place is pretty famous around here. Take a few outdoor shots for me. Just snap a few casually.
Flowers only bloom when they're cared for properly. A relationship ignored for too long is bound to wither eventually.
Your order is ready. Thanks. Try their signature pastry.
What are you doing?
Your central nervous system is highly sensitive to mixed spices. Heavy seasoning triggers chronic migraines. You can't keep eating like this.
It's fine. Selena doesn't know about my condition. I can't blame her for that.
Your full course has been served.
This restaurant's signature dishes haven't changed at all. You still remember what I like?
Should we prepare the usual menu tonight?
Everything needs to be adjusted. No cured foods, mixed spices, or irritating seasonants. Simple, natural preparation only. That's the only way to prevent the symptoms from flaring up again.
These fragmented memories keep surfacing. Why can't I stop thinking about them? What's wrong with me? Eat before it gets cold.
It's peaceful here.
Yeah,
You've been distracted this whole time.
I'm fine.
She always replies instantly. She's been completely silent all day. Something's off.
We can keep walking a little farther.
I still have work to deal with. I need to go.
All right.
I'm home.
Julian, I brought over the supplemental FDA documents. Can I come in?
Come in.
Those are divorce papers? Clara really left you?
That's right.
Do you think it was because I accidentally destroyed the rare cell specimen her mentor spent his entire life preserving? Maybe that's what finally made her give up on your marriage? I'm willing to apologize to her in person.
This has nothing to do with you. Our marriage was a business arrangement from the start. Her leaving won't interfere with my FDA approval process.
Honestly, she was always distant and withdrawn. She never really fit into your world. But I am curious. Why would she refuse that settlement money so completely? Unless she's already seeing someone else.
That's enough. I need to focus on the approval process right now. You should leave.
But I specifically brought over the expedited documents.
I need some time alone. I'll make it up to you another day. Go home for now. Use every private channel we have and find Clara. Keep it completely confidential. I don't want anyone alerted.
Send me the location. Keep this quiet. I don't want anyone else involved.
So you deliberately hid yourself away in this run-down riverbank apartment just to cut ties with me?
Mr. Vance, showing up at my door this late is inappropriate. What exactly do you want?
You finalized the divorce and immediately moved into a place like this.
Were you really that desperate to sever every connection to me?
Our marriage was nothing more than a contractual arrangement. Now that the contract is over, parting ways peacefully is the most reasonable outcome.
Reasonable? Then why did you refuse the 7-figure settlement so stubbornly?
I don't need your charity. Anything connected to the Vance family I want no part of.
You're naive if you think one divorce document is enough to free yourself from me.
Your obsession with control has nothing to do with me anymore.
Come back with me. Being Mrs. Vance, having your own underground biotech lab, that was always where you belonged. You can't run from it. Let me make this crystal clear. As long as I don't allow it, I don't care if you hide in Riverbank or anywhere else, you will never escape the Vance family. You will never get away from me. Sign the check and come back to the Vance Manor lab immediately. Stop being so stubborn.
The divorce is finalized. I no longer have any connection to the Vance family.
A divorce agreement means nothing. Your research lifeline is still in Vance Group's hands.
My work became independent a long time ago. I won't let anyone control me again.
I can cut off every resource you have and destroy years of your research overnight.
You have no right to use your power to control my life or my choices. It's getting cold tonight. Finish up and come home early.
Understood.
Stop resisting. As long as you obey the Vance family, you'll live comfortably.
I will never compromise.
What is it?
You've been out for so long, I've been worried about you.
I'll head back once I'm done handling some personal matters. Stop worrying.
I don't need your charity. Anything connected to the Vance family I want no part of. I'm planning to leave Houston and stay with you for a while. I just need somewhere peaceful to settle temporarily. Got your email. I'll prepare everything in advance. Looking forward to seeing you. Grandpa, Grandma, Julian and I are divorced.
You and Julian seemed fine. Why did you suddenly divorce?
Our marriage was based on a contract from the very beginning. During these 3 years, Julian treated me like a living blood bank just to please Selena. Now that the contract has expired, it's over.
He manipulated this marriage from the start, just to exploit your research resources. I'm going to demand an explanation from him myself.
I know you're trying to protect me, but I don't want anything to do with Julian anymore.
Do you really think the Vance family will let this go so easily?
I'm planning to leave Houston for Colorado to avoid the Vance family suppressing the Thorne Biotech Nut Company.
Under current law, the Vance family can't openly cross the line.
Julian's a madman. He doesn't care about laws.
Clara Thorne!
Maya.
Why have you lost so much weight? This has to be because of Julian and Selena.
What's done is done. Julian and I are completely finished. How's your medical research studio doing?
Pretty well.
I already sent you the offer letter for Chief Medical Research Designer. Don't forget to sign it. You don't need to make exceptions for me. I want to start over and rebuild my life from scratch.
You think I forgot how talented you were back in college?
Come on.
I planned a dinner for your welcome party.
Julian, you're back. I don't need your charity. Anything connected to the Vance family, I want no part of.
Selena, what are you doing here?
Alfred gave me access through the Manor security app.
I never authorized you to enter the private areas of the main house. Tell Alfred to revoke your access.
Don't be like that, honey. I made dinner for you. Come eat with me first.
I don't like outsiders entering my private space. From now on, don't come here again without my permission.
I just wanted to be here with you. I spent a long time planning this menu. I even added truffle for extra flavor. Try it.
After all this time together, you still never remembered my dietary restrictions.
Truffles are premium ingredients, and layered seasoning is completely normal. What's the problem?
My central nervous system is highly sensitive to mixed spices. Heavy seasoning triggers chronic migraines. I can't eat this regularly. Clara always remembered that.
Your central nervous system is highly sensitive to mixed spices. Heavy seasoning triggers chronic migraines. You can't keep eating like this.
Truffles, mixed spices, heavy sauces, none of this is good for me. Clara always restrained herself and accommodated me in everything. Selena overlooks it every single time.
I was only trying to make you something nourish. I didn't know it would trigger your allergies. At least eat something before you go.
There's an emergency at the company. I have to leave now.
Can't you finish dinner first?
When something happens at the company, I deal with it immediately. Being part of the Vance family means responsibilities I can't avoid.
Julian, stay and eat with me before you go.
Clara, we need to talk face to face.
Calls blocked. Socials blocked. She cut off every way to contact her. What the hell is she trying to do? Claire, open the door!
Sir, please keep your voice down. The tenant in 307 moved out this morning.
Moved out? She took everything with her?
Yes. The apartment's completely empty, and her access credentials have already been removed.
I remember Clara had a pharmacology studio outside the city. If she's not here, she has to be there. I'm going now. Stop immediately. This is privately leased research property. Forcing your way in is a criminal offense. Claire rented this place long-term. Tell me where she is! Tenant privacy is strictly protected. We are not authorized to disclose any information. I'm Clara's husband. I have the right to know where she is. Mrs. Thorne already terminated the lease. Every last item has been removed from the premises. You damaged private property and attempted to forcibly enter a research facility. You owe $100,000 in damages and will sign a settlement agreement immediately. Otherwise, we're calling the police. A little property damage and you expect $100,000 from me? Nonsense. That amount includes facility repairs, security response, and liability claims from the property owners. It's non-negotiable. Bring me the damn agreement.
Claire, you were right. Julian tried to force his way into the lab just now. We stopped him on the spot and made him pay $100,000 suspension.
The money's already been transferred to your account. Guess this counts as justice for you.
The company successfully secured the nation's top neural restoration project with exclusive full authority authorization. The downstream industry is heavily connected to Vane to Biotech Group, so crossing paths with Julian influence will be unavoidable. I trust your phology expertise more than anyone's. This entire core RED plan will be led by you. You're giving me full independent control? You're the only who truly understands the restrictions tied to hypersensitive neural conditions and how to avoid stimulant compounds entirely. Go ahead and walk the team through your development approach so everyone can align and coordinate. Pinks with hypersensitive central housing systems may strictly avoid lathered style compounds and irritate extraction agents. Excessive additive combinations can easily trigger chronic migraines. Formula development must mate as long as we properly can ingredient ratios and build a gentle, sustained release system. This project will absolutely succeed.
Mr. Vance, you asked for me?
No state limits, no budget limits. Use every available resource across the country.
Investigate every lease, research filing, partner institution, and travel record connected to Clara. I don't care if you search every inch of North America. Find her. Understood? Clara's completely vanished! It's like she disappeared off the face of the earth! Who the hell is helping her? Well, any word on Claire? Lock down every connected channel and keep searching. The group's core REDD projects shut down and partners are pulling out one after another. Cash flow's bleeding dry and operations are close to collapse. Maybe we should suspend the search for now. No! We keep looking! Unlock the family reserve funds and protect the Hearn medical business at all costs.
Several board members jointly called for an emergency meeting. Please come to the conference room immediately.
Fine. You called an emergency board meeting. What's the crisis?
Revenue from the medical division keeps shrinking, and multiple operations are now under regulatory restrictions.
The banks have officially frozen our liquid assets. The group's cash flow has completely collapsed.
Honey, I was thinking we could use the group research advantages to launch a small wellness support project.
It could bring in extra revenue for the company and take some pressure off your shoulders. We just need a little more flexibility with the budget. And the project should stay low profile in the early stages so the other directors don't start gossiping. That's why it shouldn't go through the group's unified audit process. I'll oversee everything personally, and nothing will go wrong. Don't worry. I'll organize all the accounts separately. On paper, it'll go through the R&D funding process, but the money will be strictly allocated to the project. Not a single dollar of company money will be wasted. Once the project gets on track, the profits will go to the group first. All I want is a small cut for myself, so my hard work isn't for nothing.
Since you're this committed, I'll give you full approval authority. Submit whatever budget you think is necessary. No need to report every detail to me. For years, massive amounts of R&D funding has disappeared without a trace. Multiple hidden projects were never publicly disclosed, and upper management turned a blind eye. That's what created today's financial black hole.
We discovered that several large R&D transfers ultimately ended up in private accounts instead of legitimate projects. Someone inside the company was clearly manipulating things behind the scenes.
None of these hidden projects ever generated any revenue. All they did was drain the company's money. Let's call it what it is. Using fake projects as a cover to embezzle company funds.
You let yourself get manipulated. You hand out approval authority in private and enabled others to quietly bleed the family's resources dry under the gauge of business projects, dragging this company down step by step. This crisis wasn't an accident. It's the inevitable result of years of neglect and failed oversight.
Right now, the only way to save this company is with emergency capital injection. I've decided to mortgage the family's core shares to cover the financial hole built over the years.
Absolutely not! Those core shares are the foundation of this family. Once they're mortgaged, we'll lose control of Vance Group for good. There'll be no coming back from that.
Every director on this board opposes it unanimously.
Instead of mortgaging the shares, we should investigate the truth behind the missing funds and recover the embezzled money.
We absolutely should investigate and hold people accountable, but the core shares are untouchable. That's the bottom line. Non-negotiable. I run this company! Every decision is mine to make! You trashy bitch. Turn Vance into your personal cash machine and suck this company dry.
Careful what you accuse me of. Julian personally approved those projects. I simply followed procedure. As for where the money ended up, that has nothing to do with me.
You exploited your project approval privileges to embexlate the group's R&D funds for years. You blew the money gambling in Las Vegas, bought luxury goods, and custom limited edition jewelry and watches on Fifth Avenue. You've seriously damaged Vance Group's interests.
Every dollar I used was approved by Julian. All procedures were legal and properly authorized. There was no misconduct, let alone any harm to the company.
Those funds were designated for medical research, not your personal spending spree. Setting up shell companies to transfer money is already a clear violation.
Julian willingly gave me full approval authority. I simply followed the process and used the funds legitimately. What exactly did I do wrong?
Mr. Van, please calm down. I'm calling an ambulance right now to take you to the hospital.
Mr. Vance just came to see me and suddenly collapsed because he wasn't feeling well. They're taking him to the hospital now. I'm really scared being here alone. Please come help me.
Dr. Reed, how's my grandfather? Is he in any danger?
His emotional distress triggered cardiovascular complications, but his life is not in danger. However, he needs complete rest and must avoid further stress. Julian, this is all the evidence of Selena's financial misconduct, including shell company registrations, detailed fund transfers, and receipts from luxury flagship stores and high-end department stores on Fifth Avenue.
The money trail is crystal clear. Every piece of evidence points to Selena. Her luxury spending included couture fashion, limited edition jewelry, and other extravagant purchases worth enormous sums.
I didn't do anything illegal. Every action I took had your approval. Those purchases were just normal personal expenses, not reckless spending.
Put all disputes on hold for now. My grandfather needs rest. We'll deal with company matters later.
What is it? Something wrong with the lab data? No, forget the data. You need to see this. This is... Several of the group's core VIP patients were transferred to this mysterious Dr. Aura. The whole industry's talking about it, but nobody knows who he really is. Looks like Dr. Aura holds quite a reputation. Everyone says Dr. Aura's medical skills are unbelievable. Who would have thought America's hottest miracle doctor is actually right here? Did you hear that Dr. Aura, who stole our VIP patient, successfully treated another rare case yesterday? Seriously? I heard Dr. Aura never appears in public. There's only one blurry photo online, and nobody even knows if it's a man or a woman. Anyone who can make those impossible VIP patients voluntarily transfer must be a world-class doctor. I really want to know who Dr. Aura is. I'm guessing it's some legendary medical expert who retired from the industry.
Otherwise, why stay so mysterious and still be this good?
Either do your jobs or get the hell out. Dr. Aura. That back view looks so familiar.
Mr. Vance, what do you need? Find everything on this Dr. Aura. I want every detail. Understood. I'll start investigating immediately and report back as soon as I know anything.
Mr. Vance suffered a cerebrovascular blockage triggered by extreme emotional distress. While his mobility remains unaffected, his speech will be severely impaired for the time being. Under no circumstances should he be emotionally provoked again.
Understood. Thank you, Doctor.
When Julian gets here, keep your mouth shut. Don't start making accusations or causing trouble, or nobody's going to be able to protect you.
Grandpa, you're awake.
Taking care of you is the least I can do. There's no need to mention it to Julian.
Thank God you've been here taking care of him. Grandpa can finally recover in a peace.
Mr. Vance, our partner investment bank on Wall Street has issued a final warning. If we fail to cover the massive risk control margin within 3 days, multiple holdings in the group's medical sector will be forcibly liquidated. Handle the urgent matters first. This can wait.
I found a limited edition couture jewelry set I want. Can you come buy it for me?
What else? We've completed the full classified investigation on the mysterious doctor, Dr. Aura. Everything is in here. Please take a look. My ex-wife I treated like a backup, exploited without mercy and forced out with nothing, was actually the uncrowned king of medicine, secretly dismantling and crushing Vance Group with surgical precision.
Your autonomic nerve repair research has huge value for the industry.
Several of your experimental benchmarks outperform the current industry standards.
It's just routine research advancement aimed at real clinical application.
What a coincidence. You were invited too.
Medical summits are public events for people in the industry. Clara, it's been a long time. I never expected we'd run into each other here. Spare me the fake act. Julian and I were only ever friends. You were the one who chose to leave back then, so I stayed by his side to support him. I never stole anyone's place, and I never tried to make things difficult for you. Back then, your world was so limited you could only stay hidden away in the Vance estate as a backup wife. Now that you've finally squeezed into high-end circles, there's no need to keep targeting me everywhere you go. I don't care about your personal relationship. This is a professional setting. We discuss medicine here, not past drama. The wellness project you've been promoting has a critical flaw in its core theory. Your experimental parameters fail to meet standards, and the clinical adaptation reports are missing entirely. I've worked hard on this project from the beginning and handled everything carefully and by the book. Since if not you want they are tungshul, faki size, you're clearly targeting and humiliating me. Don't you think that's a bit cruel? You started running your mouth first. I'm simply stating facts. You already left the Vance family, yet you somehow snuck into a top-tier medical summit. Are you here to steal confidential clinical data from the group?
Watch yourself. This is a public event.
I was invited here based on my professional qualifications. Everything was approved through proper channels. Instead of throwing around false accusations, maybe you should investigate the fundamental data flaws in your own wellness project.
This registration code is exclusively issued to anonymous elite medical researchers in North America.
If Clara Thorne isn't qualified to attend this summit, then half the people in this room shouldn't even be allowed inside.
A business card proves nothing. For all we know, somebody forged it to create a fake identity.
The anonymous legendary doctor known throughout the industry as Dr. Aura is, in fact, Clara Thorne. She is the sole legal owner of the autonomic nerve repair patent registration. I can personally confirm her identity is authentic. A verbal endorsement alone isn't enough to define her standing in the medical field. Using your family status to suppress colleagues and spread Bo5 accusations out of jealousy is pathetic.
I was only worried someone with bad intentions had infiltrated the summit to cause trouble. I never meant to target anyone personally. I'm done here.
Wait. We need to talk privately.
If you want to discuss business, contact my legal team directly. Julian, we should go meet the partners.
Give me 5 more minutes. Claire and I need to talk first.
Is it always going to be like this? The second she's around, my feelings stop mattering to you. I've never asked for much. I just wanted to stay quietly by your side, but this is how you treat me?
Shut up. Go wait outside.
Clara, we lived together for 3 years. Divorce doesn't have to be the end of us.
The contract is over. You and I have nothing left between us.
Everyone in the industry knows the Vance Group is drowning in debt. Instead of harassing your ex-wife, maybe you should figure out how to save your company.
This is my personal business. Stay out of it.
The second it involves Clara, I'm involved.
I just wanted to talk to Claire alone.
Instead of obsessing over the past, you should face the crisis your company is in right now. Selena used that offshore wellness project as cover to funnel money out of your medical R&D division. Every dollar went towards paying off gambling debts in Las Vegas.
I've never done anything to hurt the company. I've always been careful about everything. All I ever wanted was to stay by your side, and somehow that's enough for people to accuse me and drag my name through the mud. Everything I've done was for you. Why does everyone insist on twisting my intentions? Julian, you have to believe me. I would never betray you.
Everything you said, it's true?
The financial records and offshore registration filings are all there. You can verify every bit of it. The Vance Group's research funding was used to cover your Lone Hark debts. You gonna deny it?
This is an industry expo. Watch your mouth.
The transaction records in my hand are solid proof. You seriously gonna say Selena never touched the research funds? Come on, stop arguing with them. It's pointless. You're in league with Ascent. Julian let Selena embezzle company funds and destroy your mentor's life's work, and now he still has the nerve to come after you? Damn right I'm gonna argue.
Clara, we need to talk alone. This has nothing to do with Selena.
You don't get to touch her. The contract ended a long time ago, so back off. Let's go. Stop wasting your breath on him.
Clara, listen to me. I had no idea about what Selena did. I'll make her pay for it, and I'll restart your research project.
You don't need to explain anything. We have nothing to do with each other anymore, and I don't need your compensation.
I know I was wrong. Just give me one more chance. I'll restore the project and fulfill your mentor's final wish.
My mentor's life's work was destroyed so you could cover her debts. It's too late to say any of this now. So this is what you call compassion? Draining Vance Group's research funds so you could spend every day taking care of her illness? Using my mentor's research to cover up her fake condition? Throwing away critical medical projects just to satisfy her every demand? There are countless people in this industry who are seriously sick and actually need help. Why don't I see you going this far for them?
You don't understand. Selena's different. She has neuroimmune degeneration syndrome. She's so weak she can barely stand. She has nobody. If I don't take care of her, who will?
She's different? She has nobody? She's terminally ill? Here. Take a look at what your terminally ill Selena's been doing every day. If I'm right, every one of these transactions came straight out of your company's research budget and ended up in Las Vegas casinos. And the woman gambling like crazy in that VIP room is the Selena you've been protecting with everything you have.
That's impossible.
You really thought she could barely stand? You actually believed she was terminally ill? She made all of it up. She racked up massive loan hard debts, ran out of options, then forged medical records, faked her illness, played on your sympathy, and drained your company dry.
Don't you move. You saw through everything from the beginning. You hid your identity as Dr. Aura on purpose and played me the whole time!
Julian, you're hurting me. Whether it was manipulation or not, investigate it yourself. Stop pretending to be some devoted lover. You drained Clara's research dry while letting Selena bleed you for everything you had. You wanted it both ways.
Claire, it's not like that. I never knew the full truth.
Doesn't matter anymore. We should have cut all ties a long time ago. Never seeing each other again is the best outcome for both of us.
No. No, that's impossible.
Mr. Vance.
I want a full investigation into Selena's gambling debts in Las Vegas and every piece of evidence proving she faked her terminal illness.
Understood.
I'm going to uncover the whole truth and find out who's been lying to me all this time.
These files, everything's been verified? We checked everything 3 separate times.
Selena's neuroimmune degeneration's diagnosis was completely fabricated. The doctor's signature was forged,
And there's no official medical record on file. Go on.
We found that during her time overseas, Selena was living an extremely lavish lifestyle and maintaining close ties with multiple business figures. Her private social media accounts contain extensive luxury purchase records, all matching the exact period when she claimed to be recovering from her illness. These are the approval records for the funds she requested under the excuse of medical treatment. Send Selena in.
Yes, sir.
Julian, calling me over this late. Did you miss me?
Do you know the man in this photo?
He's just a business associate of a distant relative. That picture was taken during a social obligation.
You faked a terminal illness to gain sympathy and embezzled company research funds. And then there's this recording.
Julian's always been naive and easy to manipulate. All it took was making up some rare disease to get financial support, fake medical expenses,
Research funding approvals, everything went through without a problem. Once I save enough money in offshore accounts, I'm leaving this city for good.
No, that's not true. Julian, listen to me. I didn't lie to you. The diagnosis was real.
The medical report was fake. The doctor's signature was fake. Your so-called neuroimmune degeneration was nothing but a scam. Talk! Why did you lie to me?
Yes. I lied to you. I was never sick.
So what if I did? You really think you're some big shot? The Vance Group's already on the verge of collapse. You can barely keep your own company afloat. You couldn't keep Clara. And you still want to act powerful in front of me? From the very beginning, I was only after your money. If you didn't still have some value to me, paying off my gambling debts, buying me luxury goods, why would I waste my time playing your fragile little sweetheart?
I planned to scam enough money and disappear for good. But turns out, you're even more useless than I thought. Your company's running dry, and you can't even cover a fraction of my spending anymore. You're nothing but a pathetic ATM.
Selena!
But what difference does it make? The second I crook my finger, you come crawling right back to me, don't you? My friends from the casinos were right about you. You're nothing but an obedient little dog.
You've got a death wish.
Oh, don't be so angry. See this? I've got plenty of dirt on the Vance group in here, including complete evidence of illegal transfers and embezzlement of core research funds. If you want it back, all you have to do is ask. But Julian, unlike you, I've always been prepared. This is only one backup copy. Want to guess how many more I have and where they're all hidden?
You venomous bitch.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Want to know where I set the timed release trigger connected to this wallet? If anything happens to me, your entire Vance medical empire goes down with me. If you insist on turning against me, your entire Vance medical ray and empire will be dragged into the mud with me.
You poisons bitch! I'll make you pay for this!
Clara spent years trapped in your underground lab, silently sacrificing everything. The fact that she walked away from you so decisively proves she's the only one here who finally woke up.
The neuroregeneration patent you led is gaining more influence across the industry. I've already coordinated with a Wall Street legal team to lock down every patent right, completely shut off any chance of Vance Group stealing your work. I'll leave all related matters entirely in your hands. The best intellectual property lawyers in the East, Unifier Investmentsinternauters, are already in place. Your research data and achievements will be permanently protected. Those 3 years of being exploited in that underground lab are over. You never have to compromise for anyone again. I'm not going to let the past stop me from moving forward. Exactly. You were always meant to stand at the top of this industry as an independent researcher. From now on, I'll move forward as Dr. Aora, focus on my research, and start a brand new life. Ever since you left Vance, you've just been focused on your own field. No drama.
No emotional exhaustion. You seem a lot happier. Right now, I'm fully focused on research. My circle's simple, and life's been peaceful. Your circle may be simple, but you spend all your time around researchers. Your social life's too limited. It's hard for you to meet anyone new. Work keeps me busy. I don't really have the energy for dating.
You're still young. Of course you should find someone to spend your life with.
I actually have a distant relative in the family
who'd be a great match for you. His life just hasn't exactly gone smoothly.
Who is he?
He's been single his whole life, around your age.
Back in the day, he was one of the top field vegetation researchers in the American Midwest.
But he has one major flaw.
What flaw? Years ago, he was caught in a chemical leak during field research. The accident permanently damaged his eyes and left him completely blind. His private research project went bankrupt, his savings were wiped out, and now he lives alone in pretty rough conditions.
I see.
Who's that?
What a coincidence. That's actually the relative I was just talking about.
That level of convoy doesn't exactly match the struggling financially part. Those vehicles were borrowed from friends to help him keep up appearances. There's the whole Monu's Drees and Evactualists still like them to Rian 50 Winley. None of them actually belong to him. He may look impressive on the surface, but his life's still pretty difficult.
Hey,
Guys, over here!
The scent on you comes from the miracle regeneration serum. Its foundation is built
On the cellular restorative properties of rare alpine herbs. Someone artificially compressed the plant neural adaptation cycle to force accelerated tissue regeneration. The short-term results are impressive, but long-term use will inevitably trigger immune rejection risks.
Even senior researchers across the industry couldn't break down the underlying medical logic behind it. Yet you identified the core mechanisms through scent alone. That's incredible.
I've spent years specializing in rare wild vegetation exploration and bioextraction. I'm extremely sensitive to herbal structures and pharmaceutical compositions.
Ever since leaving Vance Group, my research has been restricted at every turn. Patent disputes, laboratory access, funding channels, everything's been deliberately blocked and suppressed.
I control the entire medicinal plant supply chain across the Midwest, own several private research facilities, and have extensive connections in elite medical circles. You lead the core research, and I'll provide resources, channels, and protection. We complement each other perfectly.
Then it's a deal.
We completed a full audit of the company accounts. The evidence is airtight and undeniable. Selena embezzled medical research funds and used every dollar to cover her personal Lone Heart debts in Las Vegas. The massive hole in the company's cash flows, though, has now been fully exposed. On top of that, the FDA's interstate investigation is escalating, and multiple in-house pharmaceutical products are facing mandatory recalls. Investment partners are pulling out one after another and terminating all future funding. Medical institutions across the country are cutting ties with us. But the company's cash flow is on the verge of collapse. Failed leadership, broken internal controls, and allowing outsiders to hollow out the company from within. Julian, you owe every shareholder here an explanation. If this chaos continues, Vance Group's entire medical empire will collapse for good.
You can't place all the blame on Mr. Vance. Selena used the company's core research data as leverage, and Mr. Vance had no choice but to compromise temporarily. He never expected she'd been planning to run off with the money all along. At the end of the day, this happened because of your poor oversight and blind trust. You repeatedly allowed her access to core permissions, drained the company's research budget, and directly caused the collapse of Vance Group's flagship medical division. The FDA has escalated its investigation, pushing Vance Group to the brink. You owe every shareholder an explanation today. Partner institutions terminated all contracts. Investors are pulling out in massive, and the company's liquid assets are completely drained. Now the FDA is escalating its investigation, and Vance Group has been pushed to the edge. You owe every shareholder an explanation today. Did you find Selena? Traffic surveillance tracked her driving towards the regional airport. Her travel records were deliberately erased from the system. Overseas banking networks confirmed she transferred out the company's last remaining reserve funds. She's completely disappeared. Meeting adjourned.
The crisis isn't over yet. The board meeting cannot end here. You can't leave.
I've created a complete rights protection system for your medical research project. First, we secure ownership of the core technologies and lock down exclusive rights to every herbal research breakthrough. After that, We strengthen the evidence chain layer by licers and build multiple legal barriers to prevent theft and industry exploitation.
This kind of protection was exactly what I lacked after leaving Vance Group. With the safeguards you've built around my work, I can finally move forward with my research and independent clinical plans without worrying about interference.
I'll also handle the legal filings simultaneously. From distribution channels to copyright protection, I'll make sure every part of your work stays protected.
Clara!
I'll step out and give you two some privacy.
No need to leave. Say what you came to say. I don't have time to waste on irrelevant people or problems.
Ascent Group is in deep trouble. Its flagship neural repair drug line has collapsed. Funds are drained, and the FDA has frozen all approvals. My family's entire business empire is on the verge of destruction. You're Dr. Aura. You hold the exclusive patent for the miracle treatment and the highest authority in the medical field. You're the only one who can save Vance Group.
So you barged in here and humbled yourself, just to beg me?
I've run out of options. You're the only person I can turn to now.
I already cut all ties with you and Vance Gleep a long time ago. Your crisis has nothing to do with me.
We were married once. I know I wronged you, but I gave you status and protection. Name any condition if you'll help.
Now that you've hit rock bottom, suddenly you remember our past. Now that you're desperate, suddenly you want to negotiate. Sorry, I'm not saving you.
Clara, I'm begging you. Don't just stand there and watch Vance Group collapse.
Back then, I was imprisoned in your underground lab. They repeatedly forced spinal fluid extraction and invasive treatments on me. I begged again and again for it to stop, and you ignored every word. So what exactly do you expect me to feel for you now?
I didn't fully know about those illegal experiments back then.
Whether you knew or not doesn't erase what happened. Now the tables have turned, and it's your turn to experience what helpless despair feels like. Hayes is my partner. Don't come looking for me again. I don't want him getting the wrong idea.
How could you possibly fall for a blind man? You're lying to me.
Don't believe me? Then let me prove it.
You're just putting on a show. I don't believe any of this.
Hayes, you're incredible.
Clara! Do you really have to humiliate me like this in front of everyone?
What we had was just a business marriage, purely transactional. Now that we're divorced, we should cut all ties and never meet again.
3 years of marriage meant nothing to you?
That's right. Nothing at all. Kane, put him on the permanent blacklist and remove him immediately.
Congratulations on winning this year's highest medical achievement award. As Dr. Aura, you've dedicated yourself to neural regeneration research. What'd you like to say?
My focus has always been the research itself. Eliminating outdated technology and cleaning up the industry's corruption are inevitable. Moving forward, I'll continue advancing autonomic nerve regeneration and technology and establish a standardized medical art-of-UF system.
Reports say several long-established biotech companies have already been placed under FDA enforcement due to technical violations and drug safety concerns.
Still working? It's almost morning.
Just one last calibration. The concentration of this regenerative serum still isn't stable enough.
Take a break first. If you keep pushing yourself like this, your body won't hold up. The research can wait.
This formula could help a lot of patients with nerve damage. The sooner it's ready, the sooner we can begin clinical trials.
I know how much this means to you, but you still need to take care of yourself. When you're done, I'll get us something to eat.
Years of mixing botanical extraction compounds left my wounds, repeatedly eaten away by chemical silence. I treated them myself in silence, never telling anyone. To protect the group's clinical approval status, I secretly fixed flaws in the formula and carried every research risk alone. 3 years of endurance drained my body and mind just to keep Vance Group's medical system running, yet no one ever saw what it cost.
Dr. Clara, how did your experience at Vance Group influence the choices you're making today?
That experience taught me the most important lesson of my life. Never give up your health, your talent, or your principles for anyone. I kept sacrificing and compromising, and all I got in return was exhaustion and neglect. From now on, my career, my research, and my life belong to me alone.
Mr. Vance, the FDA's interstate mandatory recall is now fully in effect. Every medical product line has been pulled from the market. All partners terminated their contracts, and the chain of breach penalties has completely shattered the group cash flow. The banks issued their final notice this morning. Full asset liquidation begins next week, including the seizure of Vance Manor and all of its properties under your name. Every mortgageable asset and credit line has already been exhausted. Finance confirmed there's no remaining room for recovery or damage control.
Julian, Hugo, Ronan, and I initiated a full board vote. The removal motion passed unanimously. After the collapse of medical Arneva and your repeated strategic failures, the board will officially strip you of your presidents at next week's meeting and force a full transfer of authority.
Clara, I was wrong.
You were the only thing holding everything together, the only thing that could have saved us. My arrogance and indifference destroyed every last way out with my own hands. Mr. Vance, the field intel team breached the outer security barriers and uncovered a critical lead. We've pinpointed the exact location of Clara's private core medical lab, including the storage chamber for the original compound. System prevalence shows there's a 1-hour blind spot in security patrols at the same time every night. It's the only safe window for infiltration.
You're saying Clara kissed you first? No way, that's impossible.
I didn't expect it either. She actually used me to make Julian give up.
This completely wrecks our plan. Hisai, our plan. And you're really getting into this fake blind act?
Easy. To everyone else, I'm supposed to be blind.
Keep the act perfect. You can't slip up for even a second. If Clara ever finds out you've been faking it, she'll never give you.
Still, this little surprise did move things forward between Clara and me.
When the two of you finally get together, I want a serious cut of the resourcers.
Relax. I never break a deal.
Straight flush. Pay up.
You've been winning non-stop tonight. Your luck's insane.
So, are you still playing or not? If not, I'm leaving.
You ruined Julian pretty badly. Aren't you worried he'll come after you?
Julian thinks I already left the country. He'll never find me.
You really are ruthless.
Nobody move!
Selena, I finally found you.
Julian, we ended things a long time ago. Let go of me.
You really thought you could hide forever?
I wasn't hiding. I've been here the whole time. You just never paid attention to me.
You really thought you could hide forever?
Julian, what are you doing?
Cheating your way into fortune, then using fake medical records to siphon money from the group. You really thought this through. I watched every round from start to finish. I never spotted any cheating. She rigged the games to guarantee every win while laundering the profits through offshore accounts.
He set all of this up! Julian framed me! None of it has anything to do with me!
The proof's right there. Handle her however you want.
Help me! Julian!
Hold Selena down!
Julian, don't leave me here alone!
Cheating gambles out of money, breaking casino rules, and bleeding people dry with fake medical records. You crossed every line in the business. If you were willing to break the rules, you should have known there'd be a price. Take her away. End this the casino way.
Julian, please save me!
Call the police. Report the casino's violent punishment, Selena's financial fraud, and the forged medical records. Report everything. Understood.
I'm reporting an underground casino operating outside Las Vegas for illegal gambling, vigilante violence, and large-scale financial fraud.
Clara, you and your miracle drug will belong to me for the rest of your life.
You finally made it back. The clinical trial data for the neural compound is waiting for your signature. Forget the data for now. Something I need to tell you first. What could possibly be this important?
I kissed Hayes yesterday.
Do you even know what kind of man Hayes is? And you just kissed him like that? With how distant and guarded he is, there's no way he'd tolerate someone touching him.
I didn't have a choice. Given the situation, it was the only thing I could do.
Do you realize how high his boundaries are? Anyone who tries to get close to him ends up paying for it. You're putting yourself at risk.
I know. But he didn't get angry. He didn't even push me away. He kissed me back.
That's impossible. He's never shown mercy to anyone. The second someone crosses a line, he cuts them off completely. So why are you the exception?
Hayes isn't nearly as terrifying as you make him sound. He's actually a good person. From what I know about Hayes and the way he handles people, if anyone else crossed a line with him, he wouldn't let it slide so easily.
Is he going to get back at me?
Not exactly. But Hayes keeps himself emotionally shut off for a reason. There's a past he rarely lets anyone know about.
Does it have something to do with how he lost his eyesight?
Right. A lab chemical leak years ago left rare medicinal plant samples trapped. All staff fled, but Hayes re-entered to secure containment and save the specimens. Long exposure to corrosive chemicals blinded him permanently.
He never told anyone about any of this.
That's how he is. He carries everything alone and never looks for sympathy. Now that things between you two have become complicated, bringing him a sympathy gift is a natural way to ease the tension.
Sorry for dropping by unannounced. Maya told me about the leak at the Research Institute back then, and how you lost your eyesight. I just wanted to come check on you.
That was a long time ago. I'm doing fine now. Thanks for your concern.
I still owe you an apology for losing control the other day.
I hope you'll accept this small gift.
You don't need to dwell on that. I didn't take it personally.
I know you usually keep people at a distance. What I did that day was too forward. I'm sorry.
It was just a kiss. You don't have to carry it around like a burden.
No matter what, I still should apologize. I'll leave the gift here. I should get going.
Wait,
Is there something else?
I'm blind, so forgive me for asking. What exactly is the gift?
A pair of cufflinks.
Then would you mind helping me put them on?
I thought you hated people getting too close to you. Why would you ask me to do it?
Because you're not just anyone.
You really don't mind being around me?
It's true. I've dealt with plenty of people, but you're the only one who's never made me uncomfortable.
Oh. Your cufflinks are on.
Thank you for helping me.
I should be thanking you. What you said before finally broke the chains I trapped myself in. Otherwise, I'd probably still be stuck there.
People aren't meant to stay trapped in the past. You deserve to move forward.
Out of everyone around me, you're the only one who could see through the walls I built around myself.
Your research, your self-control, they're both hiding pain and insecurity. If you keep suppressing your emotions, you'll never truly heal.
Everyone has a past they can't let go of.
I'm no different. I've spent years presenting myself as broken, living with insecurity and isolation.
Physical flaws have never defined a person's worth.
Most people only accept perfection and reject anything damaged. But life is always a mix of sweetness and pain. The real healing only begins when you learn to accept both.
You're the one who finally freed me from everything I'd been carrying for so long. For the first time, I feel like I can truly leave those 3 dark years behind.
Once you make peace with the past, moving forward becomes easier.
Can I ask you something personal?
Go ahead.
You always keep people at a distance and choose to be alone. Is that just who you are? Or did your condition make you shut yourself off from everyone?
I didn't isolate myself because I was born cold. Losing my sight left me living in insecurity and darkness for years. I've always known I'm not whole, so I never expected anyone to truly accept me. Keeping my distance felt easier than becoming someone else's burden.
Not everyone judges people for their flaws. One person's prejudice doesn't speak for everyone.
Most people only want things that are flawless, so forget sympathy and polite answers. I just want you to tell me the truth. Would you care that my eyes are damaged? Sorry. What I said earlier was inappropriate. I overstepped.
Years ago, you saved others from an accident and lost your sight while getting badly hurt. Your impaired vision, no defect. It stands as proof of your bravery and all you've guarded.
My past isn't worth mentioning. You're the one who's devoted yourself to research and spent years helping trauma victims and vulnerable patients. That's real compassion.
I only what I was supposed to do. But would you let me examine your eyes?
After living blind for so long, even light and shadow stopped meaning anything to me. I can't feel any of it anymore. Honestly, I could live like this forever.
Can someone really become so numb that even basic stimulation causes no reaction at all?
If you don't believe me, test it yourself. Examination or touch, it makes no difference to me either way.
Then I'll test it myself. Sorry in advance. Hold still. Don't blink.
Like I said, no matter what you do, I won't react.
Really? Then hold on a little longer.
Still nothing. Not even the slightest response to light.
Not even a little?
No.
Dulled vision doesn't mean the body completely loses its instinct reactions.
My eye injuries are old. Years of damage wore down my senses long ago. I've become numb to the world around me.
I'm running one more reflex test.
Do you need to test me again?
I already have. Looks like your physical reflexes really have deteriorated completely.
I just remembered. I have something personal to handle. Since your examination is finished, you should head out first.
I'll take my leave then.
Miss Thorne, please wait.
Alfred? Do you need something?
The head of the Vance family has suddenly fallen critically in Clee and is near death. You're the miracle doctor. Only you can save him, and he's been thinking about you constantly.
I no longer have anything to do with the Vance family. I will not treat him.
Please, Miss Thorne, have mercy and save him.
Under medical ethics, I have every right to refuse emotional coercion and forced house calls. Move aside.
Miss Thorne, please think it over one more time. Just treat it as saving a dying man with nowhere else to turn.
Mr. Vance, Miss Thorne has arrived. Wait outside.
Clara, I'm sorry. I pushed you too hard back then. That was my fault. This ring and the family trust are my way of making amends. I'm begging you, please save the Vance group.
Back then, you used status and power to crush me at every turn. And now that your family's falling apart, you're kneeling here begging for peace? Don't you find that pathetic?
This ring is the core symbol of the Vance family bloodline. Whether someone is accepted by the family, whether they deserve a place at the center of it all, is decided by strict rules. Some people can get close to this world and still never meet the family's standards. Selena understands her place and knows the rules. She's far more suited to become part of the Vance family.
I've never needed a family heirloom to prove my worth. Thank you very much for your approval, Mr. Vance.
The group is drowning in the FDA's full-scale drug recall investigation. This was all caused by Selena's greed and ambition.
You were the one who allowed patent abuse and turned a blind eye to those shady partnership chains. Selena was nothing more than the pawn you pushed out to carry all the blame.
These are the last remaining documents for the family's 5% trust holdings. Along with this family ring, I'm handing everything over to you. I'm begging you to step in, stop the FDA investigation, and save the Vance group.
Using the very things you once humiliated me with as bargaining combs to selfishly manipulate me for your own interests? Keep dreaming.
You're really gonna stand by and watch the FDA recall scandal destroy the entire Vance group? Are you truly willing to watch Julian go down with this family?
You want to use my reputation in top-tier biological research to cover up years of illegal operations and save the Vance group. I'm telling you right now, that will never happen.
I admit it. I clung to family status and prejudice for years. I kept suppressing you, humiliating you, trying to force you into our rules.
This ring and what remains of the family trust are the last cards Vance has left.
I'm putting down every shred of pride I have to beg you. Please save this family. Save Julian.
You're dying, and the only thing you still care about is the Vance family's pathetic pride, like it's somehow too important to collapse. I came here today to tell you one thing. I was trapped in Vance Manor for years, and I created enormous value for the Vance group. I've already repaid every debt and every attachment between us. From this moment off, we owe each other nothing. We are strangers.
Clara, please, don't do this. How can you erase everything between us with a single sentence? Julian is innocent. You shouldn't treat him with this kind of cruelty.
Anything unnecessary should have been severed a long time ago. And these objects you use to divide people into classes and trample on their dignity? Keep them for yourself. To me, they're nothing but meaningless chains.
Clara, you really are heartless. Sir! Wake up!
Dr. Thorne, Arthur suddenly fell into a critical coma. There are rumors claiming you deliberately provoked him into it. Is that true?
Julian's pharmaceutical empire is collapsing, and the FDA recall scandal keeps escalating. You currently hold the core patents. Are you using this crisis to monopolize the industry?
Are you using this crisis to settle personal grudges? Is the collapse of the Vance family your revenge?
I'll only say this once. This institute is dedicated solely to medical research. We do not engage in corporate warfare, nor do we use public matters to settle private grudges. Every crisis facing the Vance groups from their own long-term illegal operations. It has nothing to do with me or my institute.
Dr. Evans, can you comment on the allegations? Is the research true?
How did you catch me that accurately?
When you can't see, your sense of touch tends to be more honest than your eyes. Head back to your office and get some rest. I'll deal with the reporters downstairs.
I know you've been under a lot of pressure lately. This cedarwood candle might help you finally get some sleep. I'm Hayes Sterling, sole controlling owner of the Midwest Medicinal Botanical Trust. Dr. Clara has nothing to do with the Bounce family scandal. If any of you continue spreading lies, harassing her, or blocking this institution, I'll make sure you never work in media again.
We're sorry. We'll leave immediately.
We'll delete the articles right away. You won't see us here again.
I heard what happened downstairs. Hayes showed up at the perfect time. His background is far bigger than I realized. He's not the insecure, fallen, distant relative you made him out to be, is he? The partner companies are pushing for the finalized neural repair report tonight. I'll stay late and finish it tonight. Don't overwork yourself. If anything happens, call me immediately.
Oh my god. What's happening? Who's there? Who's there?
Clara, it's me.
Hayes? What are you doing here?
Maya said you've been pulling all-nighters. I came to keep you company. It's a herbal calming tonic, good for protecting the nervous system, perfect for someone who spends too much time in a lab.
Earlier, I didn't scare you, did I?
You scared me last time, not this time.
Last time?
Drink the tonic before it cools down. It loses its effect once it does.
It actually smells pretty good.
Good.
Moonvale herb?
Yes.
That herb is practically extinct. I only mentioned it once to my mentor 3 years ago. I spent 3 years trapped in the Vance underground lab. They extracted my spinal marrow, whipped me, treated me like disposable material. They drained my patents, my body, my nerves. But not once did anyone ask me what I feared, what I needed, or what I remembered.
Don't cry.
Never. No one has ever remembered something I said in passing.
I remembered.
To them, I was nothing but a tool. Only you. Only you remembered something so small and magnificent.
It's over now. Let it out.
This entire celebration was designed around your personal taste. I honestly had no idea. You all planned this behind my back. The one who really arranged all of this was Hayes Sterling. Come on, make a wish for your new beginning. Actually, there's a second part to tonight. A second part? I only arranged the setup, but I honestly can't tell whether it's going to be a surprise or a disaster. That's...
I've never made decisions without certainty, and I've never made promises lightly. But after meeting you, every plan I had, every boundary I set, every hidden card I kept, I broke all of them for you. I don't just want to protect you. I want to become the place where all your light can finally come home to. Clara, will you let me spend the rest of my life loving and protecting you?
Say yes. That's so romantic. She looks so happy. He really loves her. I do.
Clara, I need to talk to you.
There's nothing left for us to discuss. You're not welcome here. Get out.
You've needed proper treatment for a long time. Look, I brought all your old medical files. No matter what it takes, I'll find a way to heal you.
Every you memorized belonged to Cena while Selena was pretending to suffer from nervous exhaustion. None of it was about me.
Just 10 minutes. I only want to speak with you privately.
About what? About how you destroyed the Vance family fortune? Or how you spent 3 years trampling all over me just to protect Selena?
No, I was wrong. I came here to apologize. Please, give me one more chance.
Now you know how to beg? When you blindly sided with Selena and ignored everything I suffered, did you ever think about the consequences then?
I was manipulated. I lost my judgment for a while.
Your mistakes have nothing to do with me. You need to leave. Stop ruining our celebration.
The FDA recall crisis has crushed the entire group. Your botanical medical patents are the only thing that can save Vance.
Kane, throw Julian Vance out.
Let go of me! Go of me! Let go!
Clara, wait. Do you remember? Back when your research hit a dead end and you couldn't sleep for nights? I stayed in the lab with you the entire time, and when your projects kept failing, I pushed aside all my responsibilities at the company, just to stay with you and help you recover.
You stayed in the lab to monitor my overnight research? Because you wanted immediate access to my experimental data and needed to keep every core result under Vance control. And the time you supposedly sacrificed to comfort me? That was only to cover for Selena's recovery treatments. I was nothing more than a shield for your selfish agenda. The rest and recovery I actually needed never mattered to you. Every move was part of your carefully planned self-interest from the beginning.
I admit it. I was selfish, extreme, and obsessed with control back then. But those moments I spent with you, those compromises I made, they couldn't all have been fake. There had to be some part of me that truly cared.
You're done talking. Leave.
I admit I was selfish and twisted in the past, but what I felt for you was never fake. If you're willing to authorize the patent, I'll make everything up to you.
You never saw me as anything but a research tool to exploit. The only reason you're humiliating yourself and begging now is because the Vance group is collapsing and desperately needs my neural botanical patent to survive. You never loved me. You only loved the thing that could save you from ruin. Do you finally see reality now? Watching you beg like this is cheap and pathetic.
So this is how you plan to destroy me? By clinging to a cripple who lives off a cane? You're really gonna spend the rest of your life with a blind man trapped in darkness? You're not blind?
Your eyes were never blind?
Clara, listen to me. I had my reasons for pretending to be blind.
You trapped me in a long, calculated lie. From beginning to end, every second it was manipulation.
His eye injury was fully healed a long time ago. Pretending to be a visually impaired botanist and lowering his public profile was the only way to stay out of the sight of the major families and remain by your side. What you never knew is that Hayes has always been the sole controller of the entire Midwest Medical Botanical Trust. Every hidden resource, every crisis he cleaned up for you.
Everything I hid, every disguise, every plan I made, none of it was meant to use you. I only wanted to protect you.
You don't need to obsess with Clara Thorne as much. Clara Thorne's entire world revolves around research. Clara Thorne never notices the people around Clara Thorne.
The moment I saw Clara Thorne on my first day at this university, I knew I'd never let Clara Thorne go. I'll plan this slowly, get closer to Claire, step by step, and do whatever it takes to protect Clara Thorne.
Everything started back at West Texas Medical and Botanical University. He'd been obsessed with you since college. Later, when the Vance family trapped you, drained you, and exploited you for years, he began planning everything in secret. The healed eye injury, the fake blind persona, the constant funding for your institute, his control over the entire Midwest Medicinal Botanical Trust. Every encounter, every staged request for treatment, every moment of vulnerability was carefully designed by him. All of it was to avoid the scrutiny of powerful families, stay close to Clara Thorne, and shield Clara Thorne from every attack and scheme lurking in the dark.
So you knew everything the whole time. You were helping him deceive me from the very beginning. Julian destroyed me with 3 years of lies and manipulation. And now the two people I trusted most trap me in another lie together.
Clara, please don't go! The once glorious Vance heir now hiding out in a cheap motel. Selena ran off with every last dollar the family had. That debt's on you now. The family's already gone through bankruptcy liquidation. Every asset's frozen. I don't have a cent. There's no way I can pay you back. Don't use bankruptcy as an excuse. Families like yours don't lose everything overnight.
I'm giving you 7 days. Do whatever it takes to come up with the money. If you can't pay, you're never getting out of this.
Young Master Julian. Mr. Vance collapsed after hearing the family's completely fallen apart. He's been rushed to West Texas Community Hospital. He's in critical condition.
Stay with him. I'm coming right now. Where's the ER? Where's my grandfather?
3rd floor, intensive emergency world. The doctors are doing everything they can. Go, hurry.
Doctor, my grandfather made it, right?
He was already in fragile condition. The shock from the family's collapse triggered multiple organ failure. We did everything we could, but we couldn't save him.
I've lost everything. Power, money, family, it's all gone. Clara, I have nothing left now, which means you're all I have left.
I picked out this gift for Clara myself. She's gonna love it.
Hayes should have been back by now. I can't reach him anywhere. Something's wrong.
Security around here is tight. He probably just got delayed taking another route. I'm calling him again.
Clara,
Julian? Why are you calling me?
the man you've been waiting for is with me now.
What happened? Who's calling?
It's Julian. He's completely lost his mind.
Do not alert the Institute of Security. Do not tell anyone. Tomorrow morning, you come alone to the abandoned Vance Group biopharmaceutical plant. Bring one extra person or call the cops, and Hayes dies.
Julian kidnapped Hayes. He's forcing me to meet him alone.
You cannot go there alone. Julian's gone completely insane.
Hayes! We're here to get you out!
Clara! I warned you not to bring anyone here! You actually defied me!
Julian Vance, let Hayes down, right now! Maya's my best friend. There was no way I was coming here alone.
Julian Van, this has gone far enough. Kidnapping is a crime. If you don't release Hayes now, we're calling the police.
Police? You think there's still time for that? Hayes' life is in my hands right now. The second I turn this valve, he drops straight into the solvent and gets dissolved alive.
Julian, you've lost your mind. This is murder.
You want money, status? I'll give it all to you. Let Hayes go, and we'll settle this between us.
Settle this between us? When you and Hayes destroyed the Vance family, did either of you think about today? I've lost everything. I just want you back. I want our old life back.
You need to stop obsessing over her. This is only going to end in something even worse. Stop pushing this any further. Whatever this grudge is, take it out on me. Let Hayes go.
If you want to save him, sign them right now! Word.
Don't let him control you. We still have options.
Last chance. Sign the papers or watch Hayes fall into the acid.
I'll sign. But you have to let him go immediately. We're being detained pending investigation. Julian Vance, you are under arrest for unlawful imprisonment, illegal biolab operations, commercial coercion, and aggravated assault. Multiple felony charges have been filed against you.
The once dominant Vance Group has officially declared full bankruptcy liquidation. Due to years of illegal experimentation and multiple alleged corporate crimes, all core projects have been forcibly shut down. Heir Julian Vance has been taken into custody, marking the complete downfall of the once powerful dynasty. The related cases will now proceed into judicial review.
A medical empire that huge collapsed overnight. It's hard not to feel something seeing it all end like this.
When greed crosses the line, people start taking bigger and bigger risks. This outcome was inevitable. People only see the rise and fall on the surface. What really destroyed him was greed and a fake relationship built on mutual gain. Sounds like there's more to the story than people know. For years, he and Selena were tied together by shared interests and dependency. That fake affection and manipulation eventually destroyed them both.
Look down the hallway. That's Julian. I'm the real Mrs. Vance. I told you I wasn't lying.
Stop fooling yourself. That fantasy rich girl life you wanted is long gone.
Keep moving. No stopping, no shouting. Follow prison regulations.
Julian, don't leave me here. Get me out of this place. I'm Mrs. Vance. You can't just abandon me.
Hayes Sterling, your wounds are healing well. No more dressing changes are needed. Just come back for regular checkups.
Thanks, Luna.
Will the biomacal agent he inhaled leave any lasting effects? Don't worry. The agent's fully out of his system. Just some mild nerve numbness. He'll recover with rest.
You could have crushed Vance with one move. Why risk everything going through this with me?
I didn't want to rely on money and power to end it. I wanted to stand beside you and finish this together. And I wanted you to know I'm not just someone hiding in the shadows protecting you. I control a multinational trust fund. I'd already tracked every dirty operation tied to Vance. Not a single one slipped through.
The people secretly watching me and leaking research feed, they were Vance loyalists?
That's right. Vance is finished now. They're no longer a threat.
That neural experiment accident and the history between my parents and the Vances, you found out the truth?
I did. Arthur Vance allowed it to happen. That's also why I was left with permanent nerve damage. I'm sorry, Clara. I hid who I was and pretended to be blind because I wanted to stay by your side and protect you.
You hid your identity and lied to me. What about Maya?
Don't worry. She genuinely cares about you. She's not hiding anything. You can trust her. The storm's over. The past is settled. From now on, it's just you and me and a peaceful future.
Okay. We'll never be apart again.